Et bonjour YouTube. Enfin bonjour YouTube. Alors, j'ai vu passer juste avant qu'on avait gratté des infos sur les cultistes. Ça va être bien. Pas un niveau 49 s'il vous plaît, parce que ça va être un peu compliqué sinon. Leader of Petrified Island. Ah bah non, ça va être un niveau 50 encore là. Mais putain. Vous voulez pas m'enfiler des abordables genre là, ou là, ou là, ou là, ou partout sauf là quoi. C'est dommage. On va devoir avancer les quêtes des missions principales, hein, je suppose. Ouais. Ça va pas être brillant tout ça. Mais attends, mais il y en avait un autre quelque part. Je sais plus sur quelle île il y en avait un aussi. Que j'avais pas pu faire. Putain, c'était où? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce truc? C'était où? C'est là où il y a la forge, il me semble. Putain, c'est où? Je me souviens plus. Ah non, la forge, c'est autre chose. Putain, c'était où? Il y avait une île où il y avait un autre truc comme ça, où j'avais pas pu y aller parce que c'était bloqué. C'était là, non? Non? Putain, c'était où? Là, non, c'était un autre géant. Là, bah là, j'ai pas pu l'ouvrir donc non. Bordel, c'était où? Le TP est disponible. Ah oui, d'accord. T'as une boule de pétanque magique, félicitations. Ouais, bah c'est comme ça dans tous les Assassin's Creed, hein. Il y a toujours des boules de pétanque magique. Moi, je soupçonne qu'ils veulent faire une compétition et du coup ils sont obligés d'avoir plein de boules pour avoir des triplettes et pouvoir faire la compète debout là. Parce que jouer au bout là c'est important. Bon, elle est où cette putain d'île que j'avais... Ah, ça devait être ça. Ça devait être ça. Là, je peux là. J'en ai déjà pété un. Le deuxième, ça devrait pas être trop compliqué. Alors non. Oui. J'ai hâte de passer niveau 41 pour avoir le trident de Poséidon là, pour pouvoir faire le Kikulol sous l'eau. Bon. Ah. Pourquoi? Mais c'est pas gentil. Comment? Par dessus? Elle n'arrive pas à voir s'il y a des entrées. Non, ça va être là, mais... Pas rentrer. Je suis pas content. Et puis j'avais déjà fait tout ça, ça sert à rien, parce que de toute façon ça mène pas où il faut. Dommage, dommage. Bon, bah je sais pas comment on y va ce truc là, sans doute un objet qu'on va débloquer plus tard. J'imagine. Est-ce que t'as la clé? C'est Fort Boyard en fait. C'est une quête pour que tu pourrais accéder. D'accord, d'accord. Bah merci Moamiri. Putain, je sais pas lire moi. Moamiri, merci à toi. Et ben plus tard, c'est dommage. Moi je voulais bien attaquer un deuxième Minotaure. Ou deuxième autre bestiole chelou mythique. Parce que je dis Minotaure mais c'est pas dit. En plus. Et bah on va faire ça. On va poursuivre la quête principale. Et je reviens tout de suite parce que je commence un peu à fatiguer. 2 petites secondes. Désolé YouTube. C'était bien la peine que je me presse, tiens. Allure. On va activer la quête. C'est de ce côté-là. Oui. Donc. En fait, je comprends pas comment les Templiers ils ont pu... Enfin, les Templiers. Ce qui deviendra les Templiers plus tard. Je sais pas comment ils ont fait pour... Enfin, comment ils font pour ne pas gagner. C'est super simple, en fait. Suffit de mettre des demi-bottes de paille. Avec en dessous des pics. Puis c'est bon. L'assassin étant naturellement attiré vers les bottes de paille. Il va faire son saut à la con. Salto arrière en l'air. Dos en premier sur les pics. Et voilà. Tu gagnes en 2 semaines. Avec cette tactique. Ça aurait été beaucoup plus simple de faire comme ça.
Cassandra, it's you!
Qu'est-ce qu'elle fait?
Hey, you said you weren't coming back to Kefalonia, so I decided to leave too.
I said I wouldn't be coming back. But I don't remember saying you should leave.
Well, here I am.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
On s'est foutu dans la
I
merde.
needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
Ce qui est spécial.
I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. We don't want to scare people in there.
Well... How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens.
Étonnant,
I
tiens.
may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't
bah,
know it
bravo.
was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't. Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
I'll get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things?
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
Ouais. Alors qu'est-ce qu'ils me font porter ces
I
andouilles?
feel uncomfortable in
What
this.
the fuck?
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
Ouais, avec les cicatrices sur les bras et
If you
tout,
want me to
ouais,
take
comme
you
tout le monde, ouais.
seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye.
Ouais, je l'ai déjà, ouais.
Here, Cassandra. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made her grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus! Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongues. Ah, Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of comedies, of all things. Comedies, Euripides.
Essaye ton look very intellectuel, pas très bien.
I've heard of Sophocles. In my line of work, it pays to know who the richest and most famous men are.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies.
You should drink more.
Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachos. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean.
Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always
Qu'est-ce
appearing
que
where
c'est que
I
cette
least
chose?
expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Complètement bourré. Et c'est vrai qu'ils étaient gays comme des pinsons et aussi un peu pédophiles sur les bords. J'ai oublié.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So, tell me, what does a Mystios like you think of a party like this?
C'est de la merde.
This is going to be a long night. Party should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your brother said.
Agreed. Pericles needs to know. I'll stay here and look for clues.
I hope they know something about your mother.
Me too.
Ah, Périclis, il est là-haut si tu veux. Attends, il y a plein d'informations. Gather information about your mother. Ok, d'accord. Wesh ma gueule.
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find the Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That pediculous, xanthodontus exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
So we get him drunk and he talks. He sounds more Argive than Athenian.
Impressive, foreigner. Euripides is from Argos.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with a banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
A new face in Pericles' abode! Ha! That in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
Did you just call me it? Watch your mouth, Athenian.
It speaks, and so feisty too. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doomed to be the only young and beautiful thing here. So, what do they call you?
Cassandra.
I wouldn't peg you as a Cassandra, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Euripides.
Heureusement que j'ai pas mes
Oh,
armes.
go on, introduce yourself.
I'm Euripides.
Super.
Playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Euripides likes to say. Don't you, Euripides?
When I need to relax, I start a fight. For you, though.
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
You and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Euripides seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
Let's conjure Dionysos, shall we?
This is pure swill.
Amateur. In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire
C'est pas ça que j'ai
family.
appuyé moi.
He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
Ready for more?
Ah, I can hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more!
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
You ready for another?
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepios for his divine pity. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she'd trust priests.
Oh, then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it.
Non.
Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
Dans tout Sophocles.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
Une chèvre là-dedans.
Someone's being hurt. Open this door or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you.
C'est non.
Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us?
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
Ouais, bien sûr.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
After your display earlier, it's probably safer I get the oil.
Obedient, too. I knew I liked you. Don't take too long.
Ils sont bizarres les gens à peine.
If you don't get the oil soon, all our just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were...
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
You've grown up in Pericles' home, and yet you're so different.
No one is like Pericles. And he's only slightly more serious than usual, too. Athens is under siege, and he worries for her future. Which is why tonight is a fine time to celebrate what may be our last taste of freedom.
I come bearing gifts.
We're saved! Today, these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say?
Non.
Care to join us?
C'est non.
Now, it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
All business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Theatera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Ooh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anthusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again.
J'espère pas.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
Being so new to Athens and gaining access to this symposium is no small feat. Though you said there are things you wouldn't do, you gained Pericles' trust so quickly.
I've made my choice.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
You have been arguing a single point all night and no one has a black eye? You have my attention.
We're discussing the nature of rules. Where better to do so than here? I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Pericles is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
You just said a general isn't self-serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating would save the lives of his men? What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you just said those things.
I said the words, but I didn't say anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
You're wasting your time.
Aspasia.
C'est Socrate. C'est Socrate, c'est toujours possible. Regarde-moi les liches-culs.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
Socrates is an interesting character.
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and sulk is second to none.
I can go get him, and Cassandra can help. Everyone listens when she talks.
That'll be fine. Run along. Cassandra will be right behind you. Now, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Aspasia. I had to go to great lengths to cover up your work in Megaris.
I did what I had to, and I'd do it again. I make no apologies.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here, how I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
I'd be more comfortable in these clothes if I had a blade in my hand.
You never really get used to them. It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I'm searching for a woman who fled Sparta with her child years ago. I was hoping you might help.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
Comment on grimpe dans cette baraque? Je vais quand même pas grimper comme un con sur... Ah voilà.
Cassandra!
I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
She says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
Phidias was awaiting trial, but you had me get him out of Athens. I figured you, of all people, would want to follow the law.
Phidias is a very dear friend. I didn't want to risk him being found guilty. And of course, there were other threats.
So you knew?
I know he's delusional, but one day when you have a friend you'd do anything for, you'll understand.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Seems fair.
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me. I have my life threatened by far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
The Spartans aren't your real concern, Pericles. The cult is coming, and they're bringing their strongest weapon.
Listen to her, Pericles.
The Spartans are immediate. A cult's threat is ambiguous.
I'm related to one of the cult members, and I believe him when he says they're coming after you.
Sound counsel to consider. I'll be sure to let my men know, regardless.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Tell Aspasia I'll be right there. I suppose this is where our conversation ends. Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
Leave the Symposium. Je vais pas retourner la voir, la fille. Non, c'est pas elle. Elle est où? Elle est où? Elle est là.
I'll help you however I can during your travels.
Allez, d'accord. Bon, bah c'est fini. Rendez-moi mes armes.
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
See? You didn't need a weapon after all. Are you leaving?
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What are you going to do now?
There is a physician in Argolis that may be able to help me.
You're sick? You've never been sick.
No, I'm fine. I just need to talk to him.
Okay, good. It would be weird if you were sick.
Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia. About Kefalonia. What is it? She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think... My friend, the blood fever.
Don't think like that. Whatever happened on Kefalonia isn't our fault. I'll go myself and find out if this plague even happened, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Oui, c'est arrivé,
I
oui.
knew I could count on you.
C'est un peu le problème de ce genre de jeu, c'est que tout le monde compte sur toi. T'es le seul à faire quelque chose.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
Ooh.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
Bye, Cassandra!
Papa. Oui, des infos. Ouais, c'est ça, oui. C'est plus le boulot tout court que le sale boulot. Ah, on va pouvoir troncher du cultiste, non? Ah non! Oh la loose! Est-ce qu'il y a Fort Polemark knows the cultist? Find him or continue your odyssey. Oui, mais non. Dommage, je pensais qu'il me filerait un truc pour. Tellement de quêtes, mon dieu. Upgrade de l'Espire, j'aimerais bien, mais c'est pas trop possible. Follow Démocrite. Ça, je peux pas les faire parce que j'ai pas les mecs. Fort Fallout. Miller House. Ouais. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Mais c'est quoi ces quêtes que j'ai pas prises? Qu'est-ce que c'est que toutes ces quêtes là? The Lost Tales of Grace. J'ai jamais pris cette quête. Au secours. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on a dans le coin? Multiple quests accepted, ah, ils les ont fait accepter automatiquement ces petits bâtards.
I need to stay hidden.
Voilà.
Don't come in, huh?
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
John!
Ouais, d'accord. Wooden Sword? Vous êtes sérieux? Une épée en bois qui fait aussi mal? C'est une blague? D'accord. Why the fuck not arrivé à un moment? Niveau 41 bientôt là. Ça va être cool ça. C'est du bois elfique. Pourquoi pas? Pourquoi pas, pourquoi pas? Ah, attends, le théâtre il est où? Il est là! Il est là, dit-il. Alors, ouais. Trying to get the best view of the Acropolis. Some think it's better from the top. Phaistos. But if you head south from there, you can find me at an altar, hovering between two columns, framing the view perfectly. Le temple des Phaistos. Tout qu'est-ce qu'il est? Ah oui, d'accord. Bon. Écoute, on va TP là-haut. Et on va essayer de trouver le temple des Phaistos. Pour ensuite aller au sud de ce truc-là. Et ensuite trouver ce qu'il nous faut. Alors, le temple des Phaistos... Bonne question. Ça non, c'est qui ça? Je dirais Artemis. Là-bas, ça va être Arès. Bah non, ça va être le truc principal, ça va être Athéna. On va essayer là. Jolie réception sur le petit pilier en pierre. J'applaudis. Alors visiblement c'est pas là. Érectéon. Et le temple des Phaistos sinon? Bon. Je dirais là. Apparemment non. Dommage. Oh! Oh, le joli dédoublement de texture. Oh, Ubisoft quand même, là, non? Là, c'est un nom de manière négative, là. Oh bah non. Oh bah c'est très con. Puis ça m'étonnerait que la statue soit comme ça à l'origine. Et dommage. Bon, en vrai, le temple des Phaistos, c'est où là? Le Parthénon, oui, c'est d'accord. Putain, il est où le temple des Phaistos, quoi, sérieux? Vous pourriez pas le marquer en gros? Temple des Phaistos. Putain, mais c'est où? Ah, petit follow. Merci à toi, Ilyes ELH, pour le follow. C'est très apprécié. Mais c'est où? T'es qui, toi? Non mais ça va être chiant là. J'annonce. Hein. Ça c'est Athéna. Et la putain de ta mère. Alors attends, c'était quoi déjà les indices? Donc là-dedans, puis là, trying to get temple. If you head south from there, can you find me at an altar offering between together. Je dirais ça. Ouais, je brûle, au secours. Excusez-moi. Je m'immole par le feu. Putain, mais c'est où, bordel? Ah, ça va me saouler. Je suis déjà gavé, là. Là, il y a 2 colonnes, mais non. Ouais, non, c'est pas là. Putain, mais il est où? Bordel de cul. Non, c'est pas là. On va faire tous les trucs comme ça. Apparemment c'est pas là. Excusez-moi, cassez-vous de là. Et tac-tac-tac-tac-ion. Non, c'est pas là non plus. Mais putain. C'est où, bordel? Ce serait ça? On dit pas que c'est ça. Eh bien non. J'en ai marre. C'est où, putain de merde. Non mais j'aimerais faire enfin trouver ça au moins quoi parce que bon. Là-bas c'est Zeus. Il n'y aurait pas l'un d'entre vous qui sait où se trouve le temple de... Le temple d'Héphaïstos par le plus grand des hasards. Sait-on jamais hein. Non mais ça c'est Athéna ça. Ça va me saouler. Où est ce fucking temple d'Héphaïstos? Je suis gavé. Il y aurait pas un truc par là par hasard? Police Sanctuary. Oh, putain, c'est quoi déjà? Donc, sur un hôtel qui est entre deux colonnes. J'en ai vu quelques-uns, mais bon. Un hôtel d'offrande entre deux colonnes. Non, ça va être là-haut. Je sais où. D'accord. Non, alors non. Bah, je sais pas. J'ai l'impression d'avoir tout fait. Non mais je m'en fous de ces trucs là. Bon, c'était pas là. Hein. C'était pas là. C'était pas là. On va faire le tour en piaf, hein, et puis on verra bien. De haut, j'aurai peut-être une meilleure vue. J'avoue que je sais pas. J'ai aucune foutre idée d'où ça peut être. Et déjà, si je savais où était le putain de temple des Phaistos, bordel, ça aiderait bien. Après, ils disent que c'est au sud du truc, donc bon, si je... Peut-être que si je vais dans le sud, il y a peut-être un moyen de quelque chose. J'avoue que... Temple of Esclepios. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce truc? Non, c'était pas ça. Et au sud, il n'y a rien au sud. De toute façon. Ok, c'est pas le jonc. Truc d'offering au sud, il n'y en a pas. Bon, je sais que c'est au sud du bâtiment, mais là j'ai fait toute la ligne sud, il n'y a rien. Je comprends pas.
Où?
Allô?
Allô?
Oui. Alors est-ce que tu saurais pas où se trouve le temple d'Héphaïstos à Athènes? Par le plus grand des hasards.
Je sais où est le temple d'Athéna niqué, si tu veux, mais...
Oui, non mais c'est pas ce que je te demande.
Bah, je peux regarder sur Google Maps, hein.
Non mais c'est un peu triché ça par contre. Non mais en vrai... En vrai voilà quoi. Je suis censé trouver un truc planqué au sud du temple d'Héphaïstos. Ouais,
tu vois le Parthénon ou pas?
Oui.
C'est juste au nord du Parthénon normalement.
Juste au nord du Parthénon.
Genre, ah, attends. Il est où le Parthénon là sur ta carte? Je vais te dire.
Hop. Le Parthénon, ça va être ce truc là.
Parce que je crois avoir vu, mais je suis encore dans ton menu. Tu poupes. Attends, reste bien sur la carte, sinon. Si j'ai bien suivi. J'arrive sur la carte à l'instant. Parthénon, c'est ça. Très bien. Et ben, le temple d'Héphaïstos, ça va être le petit truc qui est avec un check dessus là. T'as un check rouge, un check jaune dessus. Juste au-dessus, au nord. Si tu remontes purement au nord, t'arrives sur une intersection, j'ai l'impression, dans ta ville avec la. Et là, t'as un petit check sur ta carte. Attends, c'est quoi?
Ça doit être ça, je suppose. C'est le seul truc où il y a un check de toute façon, donc. Au nord en tout cas. Bon, écoute, on verra bien.
Je te l'entoure. Copie.
Bon, sur ce, YouTube, ça va être la fin de l'épisode. Donc on va voir si Manu a dit de la merde ou pas.
Attends, avant
Hop,
d'engager ma responsabilité.
allez.